What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. And the Tony Robbins quote is going to be very relevant to the discussion we're going to have about AMC and GME. All right. If you want to be successful, no matter what it's in, then you find somebody that's already been successful, model them, and you will achieve the same results, as the theory goes. Now, and it's pretty accurate. I did a video on the art of war. I talked about know thy enemy. Another aspect of the art of war is to know your allies. And that's where Tony Robbins' quote comes into play, okay? If we can look at what our allies are doing or have done, then we know that we can either fight those battles or we can realize that that tactic didn't work against the shorts and we need to try another route. One such stock like that, when I went on this rabbit trail, I found a company called Global Tech Industries. They have been shorted. They are ahead of the game. Their CEO has taken action against the shorts. What actions has he taken? And what is he doing now to fight the shorts like we're trying to do? What I've done is I went over here to chartexchange.com. I looked up their Global Tech's symbol, and what it gives me is the news, all the relevant press releases that the company has put out all the way from December 2nd, 2020 to now. Now what I've done was I have read every one of these, all right? And I have put them on the chart right here. Now, sometimes that's how my mind looks, people, because it's so jumbled up with so much information. But as the saying goes, if you zoom out, you get a better perspective. But what I've done was I took what they have been doing battling the shorts and put the news articles together here. Now, when I first reported this company to y'all, I told y'all they was in the middle of doing a Picasso dividend, which I'll explain all of that in just a few minutes. Now, to understand what's going on here, you need to understand their CEO is very, very, very active in fighting the shorts. And on March 1st, GTII announces a warrants dividend. The dividend warrants are not registered, not tradable within the market, and are only available to shareholders of record as of April 1st, 2021. Now, he believed that the warrants dividend was the direction to go, and I've heard it talked about in our circles. So, did the warrants dividend work? Did it bring the squeeze? Well, on the day that they released this information that they were going to do a dividend warrant, the stock fell 28% that day. 28%. On the release of great news. But their squeeze has already started, see? That was the first run-up. That would be AMC run-up to 72. But then, while he's working on the warrants dividend to see if maybe that can stop the shorts, on April 10th, 2021, he signs a letter of intent with Alt 5 Sigma, and you're about to learn the technique that this CEO is attacking the shorts with. And it starts here with Alt 5 Sigma. It says to provide the platform for creating NFTs for its upcoming art assets as well as future assets requiring tokenization. All right, so they are going to, Sigma 5 is setting up the platform for them to be able to do this. All right, he's got a plan. You're going to understand it in just a minute, but Alt 5 is going to be doing it. Back on our charts, on April 23rd, Global Tech Industries purchased a Picasso, an original Picasso, etched, put in an NFT, and they're going to give it to their shareholders as a dividend. So they're going to give an NFT dividend. We're talking about that too, remember? See, it's like either the ones that are out there talking about this stuff, they either know what this man's plan is doing, or they don't know that he's already trying it, and all we have to do is check out and see what their results were. But that's a side trail. Anyway, what are they doing? On May 25th, 2021, GTII announces updates regarding tokenization and dividend of Picasso engraved etching. So that's what his plan is. They bought the Picasso, and as far as I can understand it, this NFT thing is kind of like breaking it all up into little pieces of a puzzle and giving all the shareholders a piece of the puzzle. Now, if you want to collect all the pieces of the puzzle to Picasso, then you're going to go on the exchange, you're going to buy that piece, and it's worth whatever it's worth. But anyway, that's what he's doing, and I'm thinking, now that's pretty fucking brilliant. I'm not into the NFT game, but at this point where he's going to use an original Picasso, and then they got plans, as you're going to see, they're into art. But think about this. They want to take a Picasso and they want to digitalize it and hand it out to shareholders as a dividend. Or in other words, when they break that up into pieces, each piece is going to have a value. Then I got to thinking about it. Think about it, people. Picasso. Let me pull my notes down up here because it's off the screen. All right. I don't want to give it away too fast. And on the same day, April 23rd, they informed shareholders they are in the process of animating a digital platform from all five, formed together with all five, for the purpose of acquiring fine arts and other collectibles that will be tokenized. I'm going to read it one more time, then I'm going to close this out with the bomb. On April 23rd, they bought the Picasso, an etched engraving or whatever. They're breaking it up. They're going to give it to their shareholders, all pieces, and it's going to be worth money. You can collect them if you want to, blah, blah, blah. The next thing that they released was the fact that the purpose of acquiring fine art and other collectibles that will be tokenized. Now, that is a specialty on their site. To take something like a Picasso or a Rembrandt or the Constitution, tokenize it, and then you can market it. Everybody can have a piece of the Constitution. And I'm wondering, is that why Kenny G bought the Constitution? Is he planning on tokenizing it? Is he planning on tokenizing it and putting it onto the open market, and you can collect, and eventually, if you want, you can have the Constitution. An etched engraving of the song, bitch. I would never pay for nothing like that. But anyway, that's where we're at. First, they're going after the warrants dividend. Then, while he's working on that warrants dividend, he's also got in the making with Sigma 5 to set up the platform to be able to tokenize and distribute and set the value and have auctions. All that. Sigma 5 is in the middle of that right now. But the purpose of it is to be able to give a tokenized dividend to their shareholders. What does that mean? That means it can't be counterfeited. Not like a share can. So, there we go. So far, I know it's going to be a long story, people, because it's taken me a day or two to put it together. But you're seeing a picture here. They are trying to get warrants dividend, and they do. And we'll cover that in the next video. But then, while he's doing that, he's still proactive. He's taking action. He's setting up a platform to be able to deal with tokenized art as a dividend. Blockchain. All right. Love y'all. Be blessed. If y'all not intrigued by now, I don't know what to tell you. Because this story, I know now, we don't want to go the warrants dividend direction. That's out. If people could have been doing this all year long, telling us this kind of stuff. The tokenized art as a dividend is what's going on right there. Come on over, because I'll make it another video so it's not as long. On May 18th, successful in converting $4.66 million of debt into equity through the issuance of stock and options to the debt holder. So, they, sounds like, you have to ask somebody like Tony D, but it sounds to me like they diluted the stock with $4.66 million worth of stocks and options, but it went to the debt holder. What does that mean to their debt? On June 11th, announces the beta version of the digital wallet beyond block pay. So they're done with that. Then Jeremy Hogan makes his video, that's the lawyer. On June 21st, 2021, they announced that management is evaluating the potential stock dividend to shareholders consisting of mandatorily convertible and redeemable preferred shares. Now, on June 1st, he did that. Now, they're talking about a dividend as a redeemable preferred shares. So now we have the warrants dividend, we've got the preferred shares dividend, and we have a tokenized dividend. You see how important this stock and what they're going through is important to us? On December 9th, 2021, announcement it has submitted to the Securities and Exchange Commission Form S1 registration statement, which, if approved, would allow the company to distribute up to 26 million newly minted and registered cryptocurrency tokens as a dividend for GTII shareholders. December 9th, 2021, they attack with a crypto dividend. And it gets better and it gets better. Now, I got to go take care of my morning things with my father, but there you go. This ought to be encouraging you, because we know by the time this story comes together, how does it end with the warrant dividend, the preferred shares dividend, the tokenized dividend? How does it all end for Global Tech Industries? Did any of this cause their squeeze? Love y'all. Be blessed. I'll get on the next video as soon as I get home.